What's up, guys? Welcome to Game Crunch. Remember that Zelda Majora's Mask PC port that I made a video about a couple weeks ago? Well, here's another one, and this is from the same team that did the Ocarina of Time one a couple years ago, and they claim it's actually better. And looking at some of these features, it does look better in most ways, so maybe I should have just waited to play it. But if this is your thing, I do all kinds of gaming news and gaming related videos, so hit that subscribe button, comment, like, always helps the channel grow and helps my videos immensely. So let's get right into this. I highlighted a lot of key points just to keep things moving, and let's take a look at some of the features of this PC port. So this is an unofficial PC port of the Nintendo 64 classic Zelda Majora's Mask, probably my favorite, one of my favorite Zelda games ever. And it's been now released. I'm going to include a download link down below, so check that out. Download it while you can. So this is by Harbor Masters. So as I said, same team behind the 2022 Ocarina of Time port. So this is unrelated to the port that was done a couple weeks ago. Completely unrelated. And these guys claim actually that their method of porting, which is more of a manual method, I think they've been working on this for 2 years to get this done, whereas the other guy did it in 3 days, will actually lead to more larger scale features. But only time will tell. Whereas the previous released recompilation version is the result of a broad tool designed to quickly make N64 games playable on the PC. The decompilation port is a specific effort to reverse engineer Majora's Mask code, in theory, allowing for deeper customization. I think this tool is still going to be massive. I think we're going to be able to do all kinds of crazy stuff. I think, honestly, we don't have the manpower and resources to decompile every Nintendo 64 game, and that's where that tool is going to really come in. So if you have a gem from back in the past that you really want to play, then you can't wait on these guys forever to do it, if they're even going to do it. So that tool is incredible. But the Harbor Masters Ocarina of Time port eventually led to significant mods featuring HD textures, ray tracing, HD models, and more. And if you've been watching the stream, I've been streaming the Majora's Mask PC port. I keep saying, man, I can't wait until they put out HD textures and all kinds of upgrades and ray tracing for Majora's Mask. It's probably going to be coming. Down at the bottom here, let's get into some of the features of this. So, free look on the camera. This is a huge one. You can actually look around using the right stick like you would in a modern game, because you can't do that in the original Zelda. You got to use the Z targeting. It takes a little bit of getting used to. I mean, I've been playing the game for 25, God, I guess almost 30 years now, and I'm pretty used to how it works, but you new guys, maybe you don't quite get the Z targeting thing. D-pad items. Equip any item into the D-pad slot. That's pretty cool. I mean, the version that I'm playing right now has the Ocarina, the Deku Mask, the Zora Mask, and the Goron Mask all on the D-pad, which is pretty much the items you're mostly going to want to put there anyway. But just to have the extra option if you want to put bottles there or whatever is super cool. This is another huge one. Option to invert the camera, the X and Y axis. How many times, if you've been watching the stream, we'll be like, pull out the bow, and then I go to aim up, and then it goes down, and then I go, oh crap, it's inverted, I forgot. Throws me off every time, makes it difficult to aim because we just don't use inversion anymore. So having the option to turn that off is huge. Myriad of cutscene skips. It's an N64 game. I mean, it doesn't have that many cutscenes, but the option to skip them is always nice. Keep items on resetting. To me, that's more of like a feature of Majora's Mask. That's basically how it's meant to be. So I don't think I would use that, but maybe some of you guys hate that. I know a lot of people growing up, people that didn't like Majora's Mask, that was one reason why. I mean, just go outside and cut a bush down. You'll pretty much fill up in arrows right away. It's not a big deal, but some people just hate it. Fast text. Anything that speeds up the game, great. Bow reticle. Easier aiming. This would be great for any new players. For me personally, I mean, as I said, I've been playing these games since they originally came out, and I know that the arrow literally hits a few pixels above where the bow notches, or sorry, the arrow notches onto the bow. So I'm pretty used to it, but new players, maybe not. Fierce Deity Mask usable anywhere. This sounds like a cheat code to me, because that thing is overpowered. Probably something I'd just mess around with, but not really use in a playthrough. Enabling Sun Song. Now, this one's pretty big, actually, because in the Ocarina of Time, if you played Ocarina of Time, you know that the Sun Song skips ahead time by about half a day. But Majora's Mask already has that feature with the Double Song of Time. What would be super cool is if they made one or the other kind of skip time ahead by only an hour or two, because in Majora's Mask, There is a lot of parts like the Cafe Mass Quest, for example, where you're doing a lot of waiting around for things to happen. It would be nice if I could just skip time ahead by like 2 hours instead of having to just sit there and wait. So having probably the double song of time, just do that, and then Sun Song, skip it ahead by half a day would be super handy. Playing the ocarina with the D-pad, pretty cool just to have the option. I mean, I just use it on the second stick, but having more options is great. But also preventing the dropped ocarina inputs. Sometimes if you play the song a little too fast, it doesn't catch your input, so I believe this is what that fixes. And then you've got a myriad of cheats from infinite health, magic, rupees, unbreakable razor swords, stuff like that if you just want to play around and your developer tools. Now, one thing I didn't see, now correct me if I'm wrong, I'm going to scroll back up here and you take a look at it, but I did not see it, is gyro support. The version that I'm playing right now has gyro support, and man, does it make aiming so much easier. And it's so handy. I've been playing it actually with the Switch Pro controller, and the gyro is incredible for trying to do anything. If you watch my stream, I basically, any of the target modes, I basically beat them all perfect first try. It made it so much easier to aim the bow and everything. And I don't see gyro support here. So maybe it's something they'll add later, but gyro support would be huge. So let's get into the download link. So I supplied a link down below. If you want to go to this website, you can download it. Apparently it has Steam Deck support, so pretty cool. The website, for example, just kind of outlines everything we all kind of went over already. But there's your download link. Go check it out and see what it's like. Now, there's one quick other thing here that I wanted to mention that I don't know if this port does versus the port that I'm playing, is you can see a screenshot here. Now, this is in a widescreen mode, and you can see where the C buttons are and the hearts. And on the version that I'm playing, when you play on widescreen, it puts the hearts, instead of right here, it's going to put the hearts over here, more towards the side. The rupees are going to be over here, and your C buttons and everything are going to be more over here, just kind of out of the way. I don't know if this version has the option to do that, because it would look a little funny if you're on ultra wide, for example. Like, where did that go? I don't know where Buddy's. Oh, this guy. So he's got it here on the VGC article. He's showing it in super, super widescreen. And unfortunately, this video, like if you skip it ahead, it's just a cutscene, so I can't actually see if it puts the buttons at the side. But I hope there is that option. And that's pretty much it. That's the only thing that I would really want to change. But if this is your thing, I want to say thank you again. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It helps out a ton. And as I said, I do all kinds of content like this, video game news and fun video game related videos. And I'll catch you guys all on the next Game Crunch. We'll see you later. Take care.